All right. Let's get started. Let's get started. I welcome you all to the King Supreme Show. Let's go. Saturday morning, but if you're on the East Coast, it is 1 p.m. It's already 1 p.m. Out east. It's 10 a.m. on the west. So there's a 3 hour difference, and you know what it is. Tap on in. Let's get it. Yeah, man. Shout out to SR Serum. Shout out to Chris for sending me that video yesterday, man. I was gonna do that video yesterday, but yeah, I had some business to take care of, man. So I had to shut that live stream down and push it back, uh, and push it to Saturday morning. So that's what we did. So we just having fun. He said, getting that potato salad ready, huh? Hey, tell Auntie Messi to get that potato salad ready. you know. Oh man, this one gonna be good, man. We just warming up to things, man. So get on up. He said, Auntie Messi, where's my plate? Damn it. Uh, oh man, it's funny though. Auntie Messi got to be one of the biggest hypocrites on social media. But it ain't just her; it's all of Tampon's followers, man. When you think about Tampon's followers, they all have the same mindset. And this is the mindset right here. See, it's cool for Tampon Fleece Daniels to critique and criticize the black community. Oh, but it's a problem when we do it to him. Right? They act like you stole something when you give him the same medicine that he's been giving the black community. Let me ask you something, Tampon. Let me ask you something, Auntie Messi. If you can, well, let me tell you something. If you can dish it, you can take it. Right? You would think that somebody, like when you think about Futon Tampon Daniels, you say, hold on, he got all this smoke for the black community, and it's all gravy. He has the right to criticize and critique the black community if that's what he wants to do. Okay, on the flip side, we have the right to critique and criticize him as well. It works both ways. See, Auntie Messi is looking for her daddy slash nephew to throw her a bone. Hit the like button, man, and let's get the show started, man. I don't know, man. I can't call it, man. I can't call it. This right here is the House of Hypocrites. The House of Hypocrites. So we're gonna, you know, he took a lot of the clips, man. So I didn't have to research a lot of this stuff. But he been going in on Anton for a minute. Excuse me. He been going in on Anton for a minute. So if you want to see somebody who roasts Anton on the daily, you can check out Lakeisha. You know, that's another auntie right there. You know what I'm saying? That's another auntie. But Auntie Keisha loves to, you know, she loves to put Anton in a blender and mix him up a little, mix it up a little bit. So that's what she be doing. And who else? We got the House of Hypocrites. What's old boy Freezy? Freezy. Freezy used to be cool with Anton, man. And Freezy caught a couple of strays from me 2 years ago when he was rocking with Tampon. So he caught a couple of strays, man. Now, this is the thing. Now I know for a fact Freezy can see everything I was saying about his boy Tampon. Now that he fell out with Tampon, he's gonna say, okay, I can see it. But when he was rocking with Tampon, he was making excuses, just like everybody else who's cool with him. Listen, I want y'all to notice something. Everybody that's cool with Tampon, they're gonna make excuses for him. They're gonna make excuses for him because Anton gives them the spotlight. He gives them an opportunity. He gives them the opportunity to speak on his podcast. So they're gonna overlook all the stupid stuff that he does. They're not gonna say anything. Why? Because it's not in their best interest to say anything. So they're gonna pretend like everybody's just hating for critiquing and criticizing him. You already know how they do. Money man, money man. Yeah, Freezy, man. Like I said, man, if somebody's paying you and giving you the spotlight, you're not gonna say anything about that person. Why? Because you want to remain loyal. Now, I don't expect for Anton's subscribers and fans and followers to really say anything. Why? Because it's not in their best interest to. So they're going to remain silent. They're going to look past the hypocrisy, and they're going to pretend like everybody who critiques him is just somehow hating on him. That's how they're going to spin the narrative. Right? He said, Auntie Messi needs a career, not be YouTube streaming about nothing. Man, Auntie Messi ain't got nothing to talk about, man. She over there just gossiping, running her damn mouth. Don't know what she's talking about. Always in grown men's business. She need to be in that kitchen whipping up that potato salad. You know? But nobody who's cool with futon is really going to address the real issue at hand. It's in their best interest to pretend like everybody who's critiquing him is somehow hating on him. So they're not going to deal with the real argument at hand. They're not going to do it. They're followers. They're yes men. You know why Auntie Messi wasn't going to say nothing about futon, Tampon? Tampon gave her a $500 cash app, so she wants to stay in. She don't want to get on his bad side, so she's not going to ask him any real questions. And why would you expect her to? She's messy. She's a gossiper. And the first opportunity she got, she started talking crazy about black men. See, this is what I be telling y'all about these females who come in these male spaces and pretend like they understand the plight of the black man. All it takes is for one brother to criticize her, and then you're gonna see her true. Then you're gonna see her true feelings and her true colors when it comes to black men. The moment I roasted her, and I'm gonna be real with you, I started this trend, homeboy. When I said something about Auntie Messi, a lot of people jumped out of the window and started going in on her as well. See, I didn't hear nobody say nothing about Auntie Messi. So I didn't piggyback from what anybody else was saying. What I said about Auntie Messi, those were my original thoughts. When I saw the interview that she did, I said, wow, this woman is fake. She fake as hell. I'm getting ready to roast Auntie Messi. Check it out, though. And the thing with Mika, I don't really care about that, man. That's his business, man. If his wife allows him to have a side chick, that's cool. I would just roasting him for the hell of it. Do I care about futon, Tampon having a side chick? Absolutely not. He got enough money. Do you really think men with that much money only have one woman? Come on, y'all, let's be real. Modern day marriage is similar to slavery. You're supposed to take care of the woman, put up with all this nonsense, but only have access to her sexually. But you a man with all this money. Yeah, I don't work like that, man. You really think a multi-millionaire is only going to have one woman? Nah, that's not how it goes. That's just not that's not the reality of it. So if you making that type of money, why get married in the first place when you know you got an appetite for multiple women? It doesn't make sense. Now, I don't have anything against marriage. If you're the type of guy who can be with one woman and depend on one woman to satisfy you sexually, then more power to you. Get married and give that woman monogamy. But if you're the type of man that like to make, if you're the type of man that like to get paper, you like to travel, you're gonna want more than one woman. You're gonna want more than one woman. So marrying a woman, you're setting yourself up for failure. All she gonna do is divorce you and come for the bread and say he cheated. So if you a man that's making a whole lot of money and you know you got an appetite for beautiful women, don't set yourself up with legal marriage. It's a trap. Don't do it. Now, if you a man who wants to be monogamous, you're a Christian and you just want to be with one woman, all power to you, more power to you. Knock your socks off. Get your woman and marry her and give her monogamy. But if you a player that likes getting to the money, you like traveling, don't set yourself up with legal marriage, man. It's going to be a disaster. Anyway, moving on. Hit the like button if you haven't already. Moving on. Nah, man, when you got bread like that, homie, one woman ain't going to be enough. When you got money, you a player, you traveling, you got a strong appetite for beautiful women, one woman is not going to be enough, man. I'm speaking about a particular type of guy. You got some guy, like I said, you got some guys who are fit to be with one woman, who don't mind giving a woman monogamy. And ladies, you got to find that type of man. You can't make a man into something that he's not. Find you a good old Christian man. And I'm not talking about one of these hypocrite Christians. I'm talking about a real Christian man who wants to honor those values and Christian morals. Get a good old Christian man that's going to give you marriage and monogamy, baby. More power to you. But don't think you're going to get with a player that got style and money and he got an appetite for women. Don't think that a man like that is going to give you monogamy. That's not reality. I'm just trying to bring people back down to planet Earth. That's all I'm doing. Anyway, let's move on. Let's get into the clip.
Show.
Shout out to the House of Hypocrites. By the way, I got this from the House of Hypocrites.
The actual show started. I was told I can't go on the show. I hear explain the bitch and this bitch on my show.
Anton Daniels might literally be a narcissist because this entire situation with the Corey Holcomb and the Anton Daniels beef, then the Kwame Brown and the Anton Daniels beef, then the Anton Daniels being exposed by all YouTubers and content creators. Then you got this narrative of Mika being your side chick.
And I'm nobody's side chick.
Listen, man, Anton Daniels got the bread. He got the right to have a side. I'm going to be real with you, ladies. Listen, a lot of you ladies, your baby mamas, and I'm not saying this for all black women. I don't want black women getting in my group. Be quiet and listen to get proper context. What I'm saying is this. A lot of y'all got baby daddies, and the baby daddy ain't helping you. Your life is hard because you made a terrible decision when it comes to who you opened your legs for and who you had a baby with. As a result of that, you a single mom and you struggling. Do you really think you're going to get with a guy with all his money like that that's going to make your life better and he's going to give you monogamy? See, you got to understand this, ladies. A man who can afford that type of lifestyle, for the most part, he's going to want more than one woman. And if you can't deal with that, get you a regular guy with a regular job. And hopefully he'll give you monogamy. I don't know why these women think they're going to get with a multi-millionaire and a man who's balling and he's going to be with them and them only. You're living in a fantasy. Come back down to reality. Red Supreme, King Supreme going to take you, baby. Right? See, when you get with a man who's a provider that's making all that money, he's making your life better. You're not making his life better. So with that being a fact, for the most part, you have your exceptions to the rules here and there. It's far and few. For the most part, he's going to want more than one woman. And a lot of you ladies are not willing to accept that. Well, I'm here to bring you back down to reality, baby. Tap that like button. If Anton wants a side chick, he makes enough money to have a side chick. He's taking care of his wife. He's taking care of his family. He deserves to have some side booty. Especially when you got all that money. So if his wife is cool with him, if she's cool with him doing what he does, then we shouldn't have a problem with it either. But see, this is where the problem comes into play. When you paint yourself like a conservative, faithful Christian man, it looks like it looks like hypocrisy on Anton's part. If Anton wasn't talking all this Christianity, this and that, then people couldn't use this as a flex to say, "Oh, you got a side chick." He could easily be like, "Man, I got bread. So what? My children are taken care of. My wife is taken care of. So what? I got a side chick. Why do you give a damn about it if my wife ain't tripping?" Anyway, let's get to the content.
Which makes you look good in a sense, because that's what we call a bad bitch. Don't pardon my French. It looks good on his image to be walking around with a baddie, with a beautiful woman. It looks so good on his image that he'll allow the narrative of Mika being his side chick stick.
And I'm nobody's side chick.
But you don't come out and throw.
Mika is clout chasing. Let's be real. Mika is using her beauty to get in the industry. 100%. She's not getting attention because she's a talented podcaster. Let's cut the crap. Mika is not gaining attention because of her talent. Let's cut the crap. People want Mika on their podcast because she's beautiful and they like the way she looks. It's not about her talent. Anybody who says she has talent, you're just lying to yourself. That's not why men want to deal with her. That's not why men pay to have her around them. They're dealing with her for her beauty and her beauty only, not because of her podcasting skills or talent. Let's come back to reality. King Supreme gonna take you there.
This particular woman of Mika being his side chick stick.
And I'm nobody's side chick.
But you don't come out and throw this particular woman, your friend, the bone to seize this moment as a content creator and go clear it up.
I don't think people don't think that Christians are the cream of the crop. What they're saying is a lot of them are hypocrites. They'll talk Christian this and Christian that, but they're doing the same thing that the average man is doing out here in the game. So we're just calling out the hypocrisy. I said it before. I don't care if Anton has a side chick. Shit, he makes enough money to have one. As long as his wife is taken care of and his family is taken care of, I don't give a damn if he has a side chick. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. He got money. Having a side chick doesn't matter as long as you got money. As long as you got money to take care of your family. If my wife ain't tripping about it, why y'all tripping about it? Okay, Anton, it's not that. Well, maybe the squares and lanes. The gossipers, the squares and lanes, that might be a big deal to them. All we're saying is stop pretending to be this faithful Christian man. But then on the flip side, you want to talk this player shit like you got baddies with you, flying out with you all day, every time you travel. That's hypocrisy. You want to have a side chick, that's your business. I feel like listen, ladies, when you got a man who's successful like that that's making money, you're going to have your exceptions to the rule here and there. But for the most part, a man who's earning that much money is going to have more than one woman. You know, I just got to give you the breaking news, ladies. King Supreme can't sell you no fantasy. It's my job to bring you back to reality.
Her Red Cook Talk with Mika podcast, but you get online and do this.
Hey, anybody that's friends with Corey, anybody that
you can say Mika is a normal chick, but most of you guys, you don't have a woman that look like that, bro. I mean, she ain't nothing to go crazy over because at the end of the day, she's a woman, but she's above average, bro. If these guys showed you their girlfriends and how their girlfriends look and how their girlfriends was shaped, yes, she's a baddie compared to that. 90% of men don't have a woman who even looks close to that. If you've seen these if most of these dudes show you their girlfriend, then you would say, okay, Mika definitely stands out. They don't have a woman that's attractive like that. 90% of these guys just don't. King Supreme is here to bring you to reality, baby. No fantasies. A lot of you guys, a lot of y'all girlfriends look like the potato salad lady. Some of y'all girlfriends look like Auntie Messy. I'm not saying I don't know you personally, but a lot of guys who be saying, oh, she's average, and you see his girlfriend, she looks like Messy the potato salad lady. Built just like her.
that hang around that nigga, hey man, don't do nothing. Don't say nothing out of pocket. That nigga's a snitch. That nigga's a hoe. He a hoe. He a snitch in every facet of the word. That nigga's a snitch. He a hoe. And that nigga will. That nigga.
All right. Let's.
Knowing that she potentially a married woman, you didn't dispel this publicly. This is not my side chick. This is one of my employees.
Listen, you ain't never seen a lot of these guys with a chick. You never even heard it. Listen, and I'm not saying that to clown a person in the audience in the comments, but I got to say this. You never seen most of these guys with a woman. You never even heard a woman around the majority of these guys. And if you did see a woman, she looks like the potato salad. She looks like the potato salad lady, like Auntie Messy. A lot of guys' girlfriends look like Auntie Messy, just to keep it 100 with you. Most of these guys that be talking, you never seen them with a woman. You never even heard them. You never even heard a woman around them. And that's just the reality.
Somebody that signed under me. This is somebody that is completely cordial and platonic. You ain't come out and protect this woman image, bro. How you making boss moves with these women and you sold this particular woman, Mika, a dream of being featured, of being aired on the 5150 show? That's not a small show. You in front of tens of thousands of live viewers when you go to the 5150 show. You sold her this dream, she gonna be a part of that, but you didn't clear it with the brand 5150. You ain't clear it with nobody. So we got content creators like myself.
Hit the like button if you haven't already, baby.
Scraping through videos to understand who was that bitch, Corey Holcomb.
All right, let's go on over to Auntie Messy. Nah, hold on. We're going to do this and how long we been on? We've been on for 22 minutes. Right after this, we're going to roast Auntie Messy. Then we're going to get into the Oshay the Duke Jackson clip. Make sure that you guys bless the like button. It ain't nothing. King Supreme on the microphone on a daily basis.
Was talking about.
Don't bring bitches up here, dog, that you ain't finna stand on.
All right, Corey doing a little bit because House of Hypocrites don't really edit too much. So I don't really want to use too much of that because of the amount of profanity that's in it. Hold on one second. Man, I was watching some damn crazy stuff, man. Got this one.
This is dedicated to you, lame.
Last night's 5150 show was largely targeted at TMZ and the alleged bullying that they had been doing towards Corey Holcomb. That was the majority of the show, talking to his lawyer, Derek Dion, and people like Miss Lips, friends of Corey Holcomb, who are also alleging the same thing. But towards about the 31-minute mark in the podcast, Corey Holcomb would go on to address his beef with Anton Daniels. Now, while Corey Holcomb...
Auntie Messy is fake, man. When I roasted Auntie Messy, I influenced a lot of people to throw darts and shots at her. Once I did it, other people started coming out roasting her, right? But listen, Auntie Messy been talking greasy about black men in general. I'm not taking shots at black women. I'm just calling out Auntie Messy and women who think like her. Auntie Messy been saying black men this and black men that. Auntie Messy already felt like that about black men. She's a grifter. She know a lot of you men don't have common sense. She say a few things that you guys agree with. Deep down inside, Auntie Messy can't stand black men. Auntie Messy can't stand black men deep down inside. She's just good at hiding it. She got a lot of y'all food. The moment I roasted Auntie Messy for cooking that nasty ass potato salad, the first thing she did was start talking greasy about black men.
Was going back and forth with people over at TMZ and that whole lineup. He then addressed people who were critical of him making fun of Anton Daniels' wife and Anton Daniels' underage daughter. If you can remember, last week there was a picture posted of Anton Daniels' underage daughter. I believe she's in high school. She was severely talked bad about. And that situation did not really roll over with many of the people. Even some of his fans criticized him for that. And Corey Holcomb would go on to say this.
This is dedicated to you, lame. If you want me to, call me again. I'll send you one. Out here thinking they can control how war goes. You playing with me, I'm gonna play with you. I'm gonna play with you, man. You don't even know. I saw a video online. This man talk about all this paper. I saw a video online. You know what I'm saying? Dude, wife shopping at Walmart. And he supposed to be such a boss-ass mother, but his girl was at Walmart showing her ass in some jeans. Or they weren't jeans, they were some cheap pants. I'm gonna play a video. Because let me tell everybody something out there. If you put a video or a picture online, it belongs to the game. It's not even your property no more. Did you know that?
So he would say,
hit that like button. Corey, I don't know about that, Corey, man. I'm not an expert. I'm not an expert when it comes to law. So I'm really not going to speak on that too much. No, Corey said, Corey feels like he has the right to roast Anton and say whatever he wants about his family. I don't know if that's true, Corey. There's loopholes in that argument. And Anton Daniels is going to pay his lawyers to find a loophole to come after you legally. Trust and believe me, homie. I'm rocking with you, Corey. But Tampon is looking for any loophole to sue you. He's looking for any loophole that he can find to come with this lawsuit to take you down, my brother. He knows he can't beat you with comedy. He knows he can't beat you with roasting. He knows he can't even beat you in fighting. So the only way he can defeat you is by coming after you legally. Coming after you legally is the only way he can defeat you. So just be careful. Use your words wisely. And I'm rocking with you, homeboy. I'm rocking with you, Corey.
As long as you put it on the internet, it is no longer a private matter. He's saying that the pictures of Anton Daniels' daughter or his wife, he's gotten because they have posted those pictures on the internet. And then once those pictures are posted, then he has access to say whatever he wants to say about them. And this was something that was backed up by Smith.
Let me something. If you put it online, it belongs to me.
It's the First Amendment, freedom of speech. And in the freedom of speech, you also are allotted the freedom to have your opinion, whether negative or positive, about anything, public figure.
That's what I'm saying. So people don't even know that, man.
Yeah.
Now, while Craig Smith is a very intelligent guy, he's mixing up something that I found out about. And shout out to the lead attorney who also made a video on this. Just because you have the First Amendment to speak publicly, that is largely directed at the government. So the First Amendment speech gives you free rights to speak out against the government without retaliation. However, he mentioned public figures. Now, he can speak out and roast Anton Daniels, which he will definitely do.
I don't know. I don't know how true that is, Corey. You might not have the legal right to do this. You know, because for one, Anton's daughter is 17. She's a minor. So people have been sued for words. If you can flag somebody for words, your damn show can sue somebody for words. So tread lightly with this one, brother. Anton ain't gonna fight. Anton ain't looking for a fair fight. He want to take you down legally. He's looking for any loophole that he can use to file his lawsuit on you. Slander, defamation of character, degrading my family, dehumanizing my family, things of that nature.
In his podcast. Woo! Now, while Anton Daniels is a public figure, his wife or daughter are not considered public figures. So just because Anton...
Let me roast this bozo right here. Marcus Brady. Let me roast you, Marcus Brady. Let me tell you something. Anton been going in on the black community for years, and he has the right to do so. Just like we have the right to go in on him. Right? Maybe you like men who allow other grown men to give them compliments on their booty and their body. That's the type of grown man you rock with. It says a lot about your character. But I know what you're gonna say. Anton talks about money. Okay, well, as long as you got money, rainbow activities don't matter. I understand what type of dude you are, man. You listen to dudes who allow other grown men to compliment them on their backside. Those are the type of guys you listen to. But your excuse for it is, well, he makes money. I get it. I understand what type of cat you are, man. Rainbow activities don't matter as long as you get money. That's the type of guy you are. You make excuses for dudes like this. I get it. Now get your cake ass on, man.
Daniels posts a photo of his wife, or Anton Daniels posts a picture of his daughter, or somebody else posts a picture of Anton Daniels' wife or daughter, they are not public figures, even though they are related to Anton Daniels. So technically, it would not give Corey Holcomb the right, or me the right, or anybody else the right.
What happened to the island girl, man? I don't see the island girl. I don't see the island girl around Futon Daniels no more. What happened to the island girl? She used to be on the show rocking with Tampon. I don't see her no more.
Right, to talk about his family. Let's talk about anybody else that's online. Corey Holcomb, if he had a daughter or had a wife or whoever.
Marcus, man, just admit it, man. You listen to grown men who allow other grown men to compliment them on their backside. That is a fact. You a fan of that. You a fan of a guy who indulges in rainbow activities. He let another grown man tell him he had a nice body and a nice booty. You a follower of men like that. And your excuse for following a guy like that will be, well, he has money. What's a groupie excuse for being a groupie? Well, at least I'm getting money. What's a prostitute excuse for being a prostitute and being nasty? You know what she gonna say? Well, at least I get money. I ain't doing it for free. That's the type of guy you are. You're the type of guy that'll make a million excuses for rainbow activity as long as that particular person is getting money. I see guys like you all the time, and you make excuses for rainbow activities. It's really a damn shame.
And his family, or even Craig Smith or Darlene or whatever, just because we had an issue with them, it would not give us the right to post a picture of their family members or whatever and say something.
I'm just roasting you, Marcus. I don't know you personally, man. I'm just roasting you, having a little bit of fun with it, Jack.
Negative about them simply because we're beefing with them or having an issue with them. Because just because Darlene Ortiz is a public figure, that does not mean that her husband is a public figure, or Craig Smith's wife is a public figure, or his niece is a public figure, or Corey Holcomb's grandfather is a public figure. That doesn't mean that. It just means that Corey Holcomb himself is a public figure and he can be talked about, but you cannot talk about anybody else a public figure, even if you get their pictures or not. And especially if that person is a minor. So again, he's right with the public figures, but that is not.
He was hurt. Get your cake ass out of here.
Then go on to say this.
Ooh, because he sat back and tried to act like he was hurt. Get your cake ass out of here. Yeah. You can't afford to post primates. You simply can't. If you post primates, I'm going to joke about it.
Woo! Now, while he's not saying that Anton's wife or daughter are primates, he does use primates in plurality. So he's saying more than one. That's what he's doing. So we can infer that he's talking about more than one people. And on that show, Corey Holcomb did address Anton Daniels' wife and daughter. So the primates is, in my honest opinion, referring to those individuals. But he would go on to say that again.
If you post primates, I'm going to joke about it. Because, see, you don't post them. What you do is you be in the streets with women who you said, oh, and she was looking so good. Hey, I'm going to tell you, to the girl that you brought up here, once again, I have nothing personal against you. In fact, I will take time out of my busy schedule to show you some of this real game. Stop hanging with the lame, but work him because we can use his paper. We can use his paper. But Little sister, I know you came all the way out here. He thought you wanted to go to the Lakers game with him. He don't know. You came out here so you could be around the 5150 show.
Damn.
Now,
Of
gonna get
course,
that in-
Mika want to be around the 5150 show. Let me say this, man, and I'm not here to knock on Mika, right? But I got to be real with you, Mika. Not just Mika, women in general. These men listen to you because they like the way you look. It has nothing to do with your podcasting skills. It has absolutely nothing to do with your talent. Women like that get in the door based on their looks, not based on talent. Let me say it again. Women like that get in the door based on their looks and not based on their talent. Let's keep it a buck. Let's be honest. Nobody flies Mika out to visit their podcast because she's just a talented podcaster. Clearly, that's not the case if we're being honest with ourselves. Women like Mika get embraced in the industry because of their beauty, not based on their actual talent. No.
in a moment, but he did also address Mika, who was on the 5150 show with Anton when all of that happened. Now, largely, Mika has stepped aside from all of this. She's addressed it. She wants to be incognito. She doesn't want anything to do with it.
That's my point. She's not talented as a podcaster. She's the type of woman that men like to look at. Men like beautiful women. They like to hang around beautiful women. So women like Mika get their foot in the door when it comes to the industry, and it's all based on their beauty. It ain't based on any talent. And I'm not trying to put the woman down. I'm just keeping it a stack. I got to be real with you. Pretty women do not get their foot in the door based on talent. They get their foot in the industry based on looks and beauty. Let's keep it a stack, family. It is what it is.
But again, he's saying that, listen, you want to come here and deal with me. He could be joking, but he's saying, look, you know, we can work something out. And honestly, Corey Holcomb wants to disguise all of this into comedy as saying, hey, this is all comic stuff here. That's kind of what we do. But at the same time, it's obvious that Anton Daniels doesn't want any smoke. But at the same time, Anton Daniels is not really firing back anymore. In fact, I went to see what Anton Daniels had to say about Corey Holcomb.
With this whole situation with me and Corey Holcomb, it's taught me a lot about people. Not that I didn't already know about people, but it's taught me a lot about the nature of people, right? Because it's people that is coming out the woodworks. It's people that was on maybe like you was on Fight Club 1 or 2 times. It's people that I ain't never seen before.
In my honest opinion, Anton,
When it comes to Anton, he will sleep with Fleece Johnson for the love of money. He will sleep with Fleece Johnson for the love of money. For the love of money, he will sleep with Fleece Johnson for the love of money.
Daniels is already a defeated situation. There are so many people coming after Anton, dealing with his hypocrisies. In my honest opinion, in this beef, Anton Daniels has already waved the white flag. Anton Daniels has so much pressure on him right now.
Well, of course, Anton is going to wave the white flag because he's trying to come at Corey legally. He's not going to come at Corey verbally. He's going to go after Corey legally. So, of course, he's going to wave the white flag. Of course, he's going to throw in a white towel. He wants to destroy Corey legally.
From people that he's worked with before, people doing reaction videos. I've done videos. Anton Daniels is spread too thin.
He will sleep with Fleece Johnson for the love of money. For the love of money. He will sleep with Fleece Johnson for the love of money.
And in my honest opinion, Corey Holcomb did not have to go and make a t-shirt about Anton Daniels. He did not have to even address Anton Daniels again. And then I think that it wasn't the best decision to talk about posting primates when clearly Corey Holcomb has the extreme advantage in this. And if you're listening at this, it's almost like an overkill. Even though Anton Daniels did start it, and Anton Daniels, some could say he deserved it. But then again, we're dealing with the whole primates comment, which...
See, that might get Corey in trouble right there when he called his family primates and you went after the daughter. See, now my thing is this. I can't tell Corey how to fight his battles, but I would have left the daughter out of it just based on the fact that she's still a kid. You know, just me personally, because when you do that, you open yourself up for lawsuits. And Tampon Daniels is going to come after you with all of his weapons. He got attorneys, he got lawyers, he's going to come after you legally. He's going to claim that you insulted his daughter, and as a result of that, she's been depressed and her self-esteem has been destroyed based on the jokes that Corey made about it, right? That's the argument that he's going to use in court. She's depressed, she's under a lot of stress, she can't focus on her schoolwork anymore. Her self-esteem has been destroyed, all because of this grown-ass man who made fun of her on his platform. That's what he's going to use to come after Corey. He's going to use that to come after Corey legally.
It was unnecessary. And I'm looking at it as a fan, and I'm looking at it in its own objectivity. Because on one end, Corey Holcomb is saying that TMZ is bullying me. And then you have Anton Daniels' daughter who can't defend themselves. You have Anton Daniels' wife who can't defend themselves. You have Mika, who's already bowed out of the situation. And then you have Anton Daniels, who doesn't want any smoke. It would have been a logical decision just to not even talk about Anton Daniels, because Corey Holcomb clearly has already won. Then he would have completely been able to focus attention on TMZ and trying to restore his public image with that. And that's what I think that he should do. I think that it's a waste of time for Corey Holcomb to even address Anton Daniels. I think he should let the rest of the YouTubers take care of Anton Daniels, and the best way to probably focus.
And I agree with you. This is bigger than Corey. You know, if Anton wins this lawsuit, you're going to have more people suing over words, suing because you roasted them, suing because you cooked them. So if Anton wins this, it's going to open the door for more crybabies. And I'm not talking about people who say don't talk about my children. You're going to have people on social media, YouTube in particular, they're going to sue you just for roasting them. They're going to sue you for simply just making fun of them. Then homie, listen, it's going to get to the point to where you can't say nothing about anybody. You're going to be walking on eggshells just making content because you can't say anything without dealing with a lawsuit or without worrying about your channel getting flagged. That's how petty YouTube has become. It's weak.
On going on with TMZ is to not go back and forth anymore with TMZ, but to focus on making good content on the podcast as much as possible by not insulting anybody else that he has a problem with that may be women. I do think that he is wasting his time.
Yeah, this is going to open a door for a lot of crybabies who's going to sue you over getting roasted.
Going after Anton Daniels again.
Hey, leave my family out of this.
I think it's over. I know Anton Daniels started all of this because strategically there is something good that can come out of this. Corey Holcomb is trying to prove that.
Let's go on to Auntie Messy. Let's see what Auntie Messy got cooking up in her kitchen. Sitting up there smelling like an old batch of collard greens, some spoiled potato salad. Come on. Come on.
Hey there, besties. Yeah, I'm back. Okay. Video is going to be short. It's going to be sweet, and it's going to be unedited because y'all already know what I'm doing, where I'm at.
Hey, y'all seen Auntie Messy in that thumbnail? She looking Auntie Messy looking at mess in that thumbnail, man. Got that big old keg belly out with that costume wig on. Looking terrible up in that thumbnail.
And what's going on, but had to bring this to you because there's people out here that just want my attention, so my attention they shall have, right? So this is another BAN that's out here mad over Anton. Shout out to Eyes, who keeps me in the loop on things. Not that she told me about this, but she definitely keeps me in the loop. So y'all got another BAN, old as dirt, sitting up here. I'm gonna just let y'all listen. I'ma just let y'all listen.
Now, Auntie Messy got her nerve to be talking about anyone. Look at Messy in that thumbnail, man. Auntie Messy look like the lady in the cafeteria that be serving elementary school kids they lunch and breakfast. Auntie Messy got that bag on her head. She the cafeteria lady. You know, the overweight cafeteria lady with that bad wig on, but she cool people though. She cool people.
So listen up and I'll be back.
What's going on, my video viewing audience? Leonard Roy coming at you. And let me talk about Messy Michael. Michael Messy. And Michael is handsome. Don't believe me? Let's go. Oh, look at Messy Michael. Oh, handsome. See, this one, for years, this one was on YouTube, didn't show their face, just spoke, and you could hear from the voice. That's a man, baby. That's a manly man, baby. So mannish and so handsome. Mannish and handsome. Scratch my nose on that one. Yeah.
Somebody with teeth like that gonna have the nerve and the audacity. Somebody with all them spaces in between their teeth is gonna have the nerve and the audacity. Now, I promise y'all that this ninja is older than me, okay? Now, y'all already know that people come through and always have these insults and they say I'm a man, I'm a white supremacist child. All the insults is fine, okay? But to have the audacity to call me ugly looking like the crypt fucking keeper's father with all those gaps, man, sir, you should have insurance enough to have fixed them damn teeth.
You should have had enough insurance to get a damn durable wig. Your insurance should have bought you a better wig, damn it. Surely you could have came on with a better wig than that.
You should have gotten a haircut. You, looking in the background and looking at that couch, have the nerve and the audacity to talk about somebody else when you shop at Rent-A-Center. Child, the back of this room definitely looks rented. Look at them daggone curtains and whatever the hell it is over there on the right-hand side, probably rented. It's still...
See, I had to roast Messy for being a hypocrite. Messy got a problem. She got a problem with us talking about the white community, but she ain't got a problem with Anton talking greasy about the black community. She ain't got a problem with Anton talking greasy about the black community, but she got a problem when the black community decides to crucify and critique Anton. So apparently critiquing Anton is a major problem, but it's all gravy, baby, as long as Anton is criticizing and critiquing the black community. She ain't got a problem in the world with that. Listen, homie, I called Auntie Messy out for being a hypocrite. See, she's cool with Anton talking crazy about the black community because you know what she's going to say? Anton don't hate black people. He just holding us accountable. He just holding the black community accountable. Okay, cool. Now it's time for us to hold him accountable. So holding him accountable, apparently there's a problem with that. Anton don't hate black people. He just holding you accountable. That's what those idiots say who kicks it with him. He's just holding the black community accountable. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay, on the flip side, we're just holding him accountable, so there should be nothing wrong with that.
Pores. Is this poor? Child, is this the best that you can do? That shirt looked like you've had it for 15 years. No, it's all stretched the hell out. No tightness to it whatsoever. Shit probably stinks. Actually, I think I smell it from here. But help me.
Well, I would love to see what that wig smells like when you take that ball cap off. Let's see what that wig smells like when you take that damn ball cap off, damn it. Sitting up there smelling like some old potato salad and an old batch of collard greens that's just funky and nasty.
Understand, y'all. Let me rephrase. Do y'all know what this is all about? I give y'all 3 guesses as to what this is all about, and the first 3 guesses don't count because it's the same thing over and over and over again. And again, shout out to the black women Child, y'all are the bomb.com because it's these bitch ass ninjas that's wilding out over other men. All these men wilding out over one daggone man. I swear to you, these ninjas must be in love with daggone Anton. Shout out to Anton, because we already know, because
You see how fake she is? She ain't got a problem with him critiquing and criticizing the black community, but she got a problem with us critiquing and criticizing him. So Anton is above criticism, but the black community, the black community ain't above criticism. Anton is just holding the black community accountable. He doesn't hate black folks. But when the black community holds him accountable, it's a major problem. You're considered a hater for holding this goofy accountable. But he ain't considered a hater of the black community for holding black people accountable. You see how that works? If you hold him accountable, if you hold Futon accountable, you're a hater. When he holds the black community accountable, he has every right to do so. Get your goofy ass up out of here, Auntie Messy. Get up in that kitchen and whip up some fried chicken. Get up in that kitchen and whip up some potato salad. Whip up some sweet potato pie. Do something with your time besides gossiping with that Timo wig and that ball cap on.
Because Anton said is what these ninjas is all upset about. But I'll let it play. Y'all can call me Michael from now on.
Yeah, that one right there. All giddy and giggled over Anton and the Anton Daniels Fleece Johnson thing, when Fleece was like, hey boy, they're kind of cute in them jeans. Then this handsome one right
That's
here.
exactly what Fleece said. Hey, Anton, you look cute in them jeans. Anton, anybody tell you got a nice body? Anybody tell you got a nice booty? I think you're cute. I think you look thick in them jeans. Fleece Johnson told Anton, Anton, I think you're cute. I think you look good in them jeans. I think you're thick. You look sexy in them jeans, Anton. Words of Fleece Daniels. He will sleep with Fleece Johnson for the love of money. He will sleep with Fleece Johnson for the love of money.
Here. I wish I could have it on stuck. Yeah, that handsome one right there, Messy Michael. And you can.
I just want to know, does it?
He will sleep with Fleece Johnson for the love of money. For the love of money. He will sleep with Fleece Johnson for the love of money.
Anybody know why all these alleged men are so upset about the Fleece Johnson interview? Because y'all, I'm sensing a pattern as I continue.
Nobody's upset about it. We're making fun of him for it. This woman is goofy. Nobody's upset with him about it. We are making fun of him for doing it. We're making fun of him for allowing another grown man to tell him he looked thick in them. We're making fun of him for allowing a grown man to tell him he looked thick in them jeans. We're making fun of him based on the fact that a grown man tell him he had a nice body and a nice booty. Big difference, Auntie Messy. Nobody's mad at him. We are making fun of him. Major difference.
I just want to know, does anybody know why all these alleged men are so upset about the Fleece Johnson interview? Because y'all, I'm sensing a pattern as I continue to hear these videos. They tag me, and he tagged me in this, right? So why are these alleged men so upset with Anton and the interview that he did with Fleece Johnson? Do we find a connection, y'all? Have we found the connection? Because
I swear, Auntie Messy has no common sense. She don't know the difference between being mad at somebody versus making fun of them. That's how goofy Auntie Messy is. She's goofy.
They want to interview Fleece? Are they upset because Fleece don't want to talk to them? Did they want to go to jail with Fleece? Is that what's going on? Because
Anton is the one who wanted to go to jail with Fleece. He the one giggle when Fleece told him he had a nice booty. How you gonna reverse this on a group of men that's making fun of him? Anton is the one who giggled when Fleece flirted with him. So if anybody wants to go to jail with Fleece, it is Tampon Daniels, your nephew, your slash daddy slash nephew. What you talking about, Messy? He the one giggle when Anton. Anton is the one who giggled when Fleece told him he had a nice booty. So if anybody wants to have a one-on-one session with Fleece Johnson, it would be Futon Daniels. But you can't expect Auntie Messy to use logic and common sense.
None of this makes sense. So let me get this straight. So you mad at me for nothing that I've ever done to anybody with regard to Fleece Johnson, with regard to Anton Daniels, but I'm a man. So there's clue number one. This man making a video about me, calling me a man. Cool. Then you're talking about Anton, a man, an actual man, who you don't know. He don't know.
This woman sounds dumb, man. You grown men who listen to this, y'all ought to be ashamed of yourself for listening to this gossiping ass auntie. She don't even make sense when she talks. She's saying some of the dumbest crap you can imagine. She's making no sense at all. Anton was giggling when Fleece made a pass at him. When Fleece flirted with him, he giggled about it. Let me tell you something that masculine men don't do. If a grown man tell you you got a nice body, a masculine man ain't going to giggle and laugh about it. He's going to check that instantly. The fact that he laughed and giggled about it shows us that he was secretly turned on by Fleece making passes at him. But of course, Auntie Messy is going to spin it. She's going to flip it to twist the narrative, but you can't do it, Auntie Messy. You have no logic. You have no common sense. Where's your thinking cap? Where's your antennas? I don't think you got none.
You, he ain't do nothing to you, but you mad at that man because he interviewed another man that happens to be gay. Or
we're not mad at him for interviewing somebody gay. We are making fun of him. We're not mad at him. We're making fun of him. Auntie Messy, you sound dumb. This is the thing. She don't understand the difference between being mad at somebody versus making fun of them based on some actions. Nobody's mad at Futon. We are making fun of him, you goofy.
I don't know what he is, child, but clearly he likes ABCD sex, right? So this man, let me rephrase, this bitch ass ninja is mad that Anton, a man, interviewed an ABCD man, and
nobody's mad at, man. I don't see how y'all listen. This woman is goofy as they come. Mad. I saw Leonard's video. He didn't look like he was mad at Anton. It looks like he was making fun of Anton. That's a major difference. Mad at him for what? We're making fun of him. It's comedy, you dummy.
That's what's got his panties in a bunch. That's what's got the Crypt Keeper's father's panties in a bunch. The Crypt Keeper's father is upset that he didn't get to interview Fleece. I
know women are emotional, but I'm making fun of her for being delusional. She's misrepresenting what's said. She's not. How could I put this? She's mischaracterizing what's going on. She's spinning the narrative. Why would we be mad at Anton? We're making fun of him. Anton gave us comedy. He gave us something to make fun of him. We're using a Fleece Johnson interview to make fun of him. Nobody's mad at him, you goofy. You're dumb. Messy, let me tell you something, Auntie Messy. Get on over there and take 10 seats. Get your ass in the kitchen and whip up some fried chicken and some potato salad. Don't forget about the sweet potato pie. Common sense is not your strong suit, Messy. Logic and common sense is clearly not your strong suit. Get in the kitchen, whip up some chicken and some damn potato salad. Whip up some collard greens while you at it. Make some cornbread. Do us a favor and get your big ass in the kitchen and make us some Sunday dinner.
Setting a pattern. You know what? Shout out to the divestors as well, because they've been saying this, child. The divestors been saying this, child, and I guess they are proven to be right, because the only people crashing out over Anton are other bitch ass ninjas who live in decrepit pores, who live with that effed up stretched out shirt. It ain't even Fruit of the Loom, child. The shit probably came straight from Goodwill. Shout out to those that got to go to Goodwill and don't even have a dental plan. Can't get a straight haircut. Face all fucked the fuck.
Well, why don't you get a Messy? Why don't you get a better wig? If Leonard needs to get some better teeth, you need to get a better damn wig. Quit buying $10 wigs from Temu. Come on, Auntie Messy. Got the nerve to be talking about somebody's hairstyle. Listen, Auntie Messy, since you want to talk about Leonard, I'll say this. And I'm not here to defend Leonard. I'm here to call out your hypocrisy. Check it out, Messy. Why don't you do a live stream without no makeup and no wig? Since you're telling Leonard, you're saying Leonard needs a haircut. Okay, fine. Why don't you do a live stream with no makeup and no wig? Bet money you won't do it. How many of you guys are willing to bet that Auntie Messy would never go live without that lace front wig and makeup? How many of you guys are willing to put money on that? Do you really think she's going to go live without those accessories, without that wig, without that makeup? Absolutely not. So, ladies, let me tell you something. You ain't got the right to clown the man for his looks, because at least the man is natural. We don't know what you look like without that wig and makeup. At least we know what Leonard looks like naturally. We don't know what you look like naturally. You got a baseball cap, a pound of makeup, and a Temu wig on. Remove the wig, remove the makeup, and let's see what you're really working with.
Before you could ever get a bitch. I promise you. I promise you. But if this makes you feel better to act so effeminate and to come after me,
oh my God, how you gonna talk about effeminate? You know what's effeminate, Auntie Messy? Laughing when a grown man tells you when you a grown man yourself and you giggle when another grown man tells you got a nice booty. That's effeminate, Auntie Messy. You don't have no logic and common sense. It's clear to see that logic and common sense isn't your strong suit. If anybody's effeminate, it is Anton. He laughed when another grown man told him he looked thick in the jeans. He giggled when another grown man told him he had a nice booty. It don't get more effeminate than that. It don't get more effeminate than that, Auntie Messy.
When I have nothing to do with any of this, I have absolutely nothing to do with your fascination, your obsession.
This woman is a feminist, man. You guys allowed her to infiltrate the male spaces. The first chance she got, she started throwing stones at black men because she got roasted about that Temu wig and caping for Futon Daniels. The first opportunity she got, she started taking shots at black men. Let me tell y'all something, homie. Deep down inside, Auntie Messy can't stand you. She can't stand black men deep down inside. She'll pretend to be cool with black men to get y'all to follow her page, to get y'all to support her page. Auntie Messy really don't like black men like that. Auntie Messy ain't got no husband. Auntie Messy ain't in no loving. She's not in a loving relationship with a strong black man. Because if she was, she wouldn't be talking stupid on it. If she was, she wouldn't be talking stupid on the internet like this. What strong masculine man allows this woman to come to the internet talking stupid like this?
With Anton and Fleece Johnson. But I'll take it. We'll continue. We'll continue. Yeah. For shits and giggles.
Look at this messy one on camera and hear that voice. You know that's a man, baby, with that green screen.
Now, who talks like that but Austin Powers? It's a man, baby. It's a man, baby.
And if she's married, man, my God, if she is married, my God. She lacks substance. She talks about nonsense on the internet. My God, you can only imagine who married this woman.
Sassy Straights, do y'all talk like this? Bueller, RBN, Trend, Kofa. Child, do y'all talk like this? I mean, I know you don't, but child.
Well, if she is married, my God, I feel sorry for that fella. Auntie Messy belongs in the kitchen whipping up a Taylor salad and some fried chicken.
Who talks like this? Besides Austin fucking Powers and the Crypt Keeper's father, who talks like this?
Background that everybody named Mama done used up on StreamYard. No showing of any children because that's a man, baby.
Oh, now we want to bring it on to me, and now this is supposed to have me do what, child? So this bitch ass ninja is hating. Anton is interviewing, meaning Fleece. He ain't even talk about Corey Holcomb, child. He goes straight to Fleece, talking about, yeah, baby. I think we have the correlation, y'all. I think we have the correlation.
Come on, Michael. Work with me. Work with me, messy Michael. Yeah, this one here. That's a man, baby. A manly man. Look at her all handsome. Yeah, you want to prove?
Wow. Actually looking like an ape right here. Is this Harambe's father? Did Harambe have a what was the name of Harambe's father? I think we found Harambe's father.
Yourself different? That's kind of easy to do.
Hey, Leonard even took shots at me before. Leonard takes shots at me 1 minute, and he's back cool with me. I don't be tripping off what Leonard be saying, man. let Leonard rock out over there. I ain't even mad, man.
Well, you can't.
Child, look at a cheap ass fan. Hold on. Look at this cheap ass fan.
Messy, what about that wig on your head? You keep trying to talk about what's in the background. The only thing cheap is that damn wig. What are you talking about? Your message is rooted in hypocrisy. There's no honesty in it. How you gonna call a grown man effeminate, but you're not gonna call Anton effeminate for allowing another grown man to tell him he got a nice booty and he looks thick in them jeans? There's nothing more effeminate than that, Messy. Masculine men don't let other men talk about their booty and tell them they're sexy. It don't get more effeminate than that, Auntie Messy. But of course, you're not going to hold Antoine accountable for anything because you're an ass kisser, and we all understand why. It don't get more effeminate than Anton. You're not going to see a masculine man laugh when another man tells him he has a nice booty. Masculine men don't giggle about something like that. It don't get more effeminate. It doesn't get more effeminate than that. So if you're going to call somebody effeminate, lay the cars where they're supposed to be. Lay the damn cars right in front of Anton. But of course, you ain't going to do it because you're a hypocrite. You're an ass kisser and a hypocrite. If anybody's effeminate, it is Antoine. He the one that let a grown man tell him he looked thick in them jeans. He let a grown man tell him he had a nice booty and a nice body, and he giggled about it instead of checking the man, instead of correcting the man.
Kind of easy to do.
Child, this tells you everything you need to know. This daggone fan probably came straight from Big Lots. Ain't that the store name, Big Lots? Child, shout out to Big Lots, but child, that's where this came from. This dusty.
How you gonna clown Big Lots and then say shout out to Big Lots? There ain't nothing wrong with going to Big Lots, Auntie Messy. You buy wigs from Timo. I'd rather get a fan from Big Lots than sit up there and get a damn $10 wig from Timo.
As Harambe's father, the Crypt Keeper's father, gonna have the audacity and the nerve to try to come at somebody with all them spaces in between the teeth? I know you effing lying.
Well, your kids, don't have none of them because that's a man, baby. See, real men, not Transformers, women in disguise. They got surgeries to change themselves from a guy to a Frankenstein experiment. Real men, we're proud of our sons and daughters.
Auntie Messy then sat up there and ate a whole pound of jelly rolls, looking like she finna explode. Auntie Messy then ate a whole pound of jelly roll, looking like she about to sit up there and explode. Back to the other episode. Come on, Messy.
With our sons, because that's our carbon copy. Let's go.
All right. Anyway, so as y'all see, the bitch acidness continues, and no matter how ugly
Auntie Messy is fake because she won't call a spade a spade. How you gonna call somebody effeminate for roasting you, but you're not gonna call Anton effeminate for allowing a grown man to tell him he had a nice booty and a nice body? He let a grown man tell him he looked thick in those jeans, and he giggled about it and said instead of saying, "Hey, homeboy, I don't play like that. Don't talk crazy to me. You say that for your boyfriends. Don't talk to me." He didn't have to beat Fleece Johnson up. All he had to do was check Fleece Johnson, but Anton never checked Fleece Johnson. He laughed and giggled when Fleece told him he had a nice booty and a nice body. It doesn't get more effeminate than that, Messy. But of course you lack common sense. She ain't said one thing that makes any sense. This woman is just running her down mouth. If anybody's effeminate, it is Anton. How you gonna call somebody effeminate for making fun of you, but won't call Anton effeminate for allowing another grown man to tell him he had a nice booty? You a hypocrite, Auntie Messy.
They are. No matter what the heck it is that, Anton does, somehow, some way they can try to equate that to someone else so that they can show how much they really do like men while trying to tell me that I'm really a man child. I don't give a damn about that. I wish the hell I did have to prove myself to a dusty ass, bitch ass ninja who live in dustily trying.
My God, man. See, your roasting skills are terrible. You a hypocrite. You won't be honest. You calling somebody effeminate, but won't call Anton effeminate when he the one that let a grown man tell him he had a nice booty. Right? That's the epitome of feminine behavior. You let a grown man tell you had a nice booty, and not once did you check that man. You laugh when that man said you had a nice booty. You laughed about it. But you're not gonna call him effeminate. I don't want to hear nothing that Messy ever has to say again. She's a hypocrite, and she won't call a spade a spade. She won't call a spade a spade. You know why? Because Futon gave her a $500 cash app. So she's not going to call a spade a spade. She lacks integrity as a journalist. She's a hypocrite, and she lacks integrity as a journalist. She didn't say anything that made sense. The woman is goofy. She's corny. Tampon Daniel said, I don't listen to people who's been to jail before. And not once did Messi say, well, hold on, you're cool with Fleece Johnson. You did a whole interview with a sexual predator. You did a whole interview with a sexual deviant. Then to take it a step further, you said that Fleece Johnson is your mother effing dog. Not once did Messi challenge Futon on his hypocrisy. She could have said, hold on, Anton, you my boy and all, but I got to be real with you, bro. You my boy, Futon, but I got to be real with you. You say you don't listen to people that's been to jail, but you cool with a whole sex predator like Fleece Johnson, an ex-convict? Fleece Johnson's whole claim to fame is molesting men in prison, weak men in prison. That's his whole claim to fame. So you can't say that you don't listen to people that's been to jail before when you're homeboys with a sexual predator, a sexual deviant like Fleece Johnson. Auntie Messy wasn't even real enough to check him on something. She wasn't real enough to even correct him on something as simple as that. She could have said, Anton, you my boy, but I got to be real with you. You can't say that you don't listen to people that's been to jail. You're cool with a whole sexual predator, an ex-convict such as Fleece Johnson. You know why she didn't call out Anton for his hypocrisy? Because she's a hypocrite herself. So she's going to roll with the punches. Let me tell you something about Anton's followers and subscribers. They're going to tolerate and condone anything he does because they feel like he can put them in a position to make money. So they'll overlook his character flaws for the sake of being cool with him. See, it's okay for Futon to hold a black community accountable, but Anton don't want to be held accountable, not from his subscribers, not from his people. He's not going to accept correction from anybody in his circle. These are yes men. Hey, listen, all those dudes that be on the panel with Anton, they're yes men. They are yes men for the most part. They might say something here and there on a small disagreement, but when it all boils down to it, these are yes men. See, it's all gravy when Tampon is holding the black community accountable, but when it's time to hold Futon accountable, he don't want to hear it. You're considered a hater for critiquing and criticizing him. You see how that works? Hit the like button, man, and support the show. All those people who sit on panels with Anton, they are yes men. They're not going to challenge him. They're not going to hold him accountable. They're not going to give him any type of critique or any type of honest feedback. They're going to roll with the punches. So you can't trust anybody that's cool with Anton. They're all yes men. You didn't see none of those sack chasers hold Anton accountable publicly. Like, Anton, you shouldn't have let Fleece Johnson tell you had a nice booty and a nice body. I'm not saying you should have beat up Fleece Johnson, but you could have checked him and said, hey, man, I don't get down like that. Not one of those bag chasers corrected Anton publicly. Hey, man, that Fleece That Fleece Johnson interview wasn't a good look. They never said anything about it. That interview was embarrassing, and not one of those people said, Anton, man, that interview you did with Fleece wasn't it, brother. You never let a grown man tell you got a nice booty and you just laugh about it. You were supposed to check Fleece Johnson on the spot, say, hey, man, I don't get down like that, homie. Don't come at me with that. He didn't even do that. He giggled and laughed when a grown man was flirting with him. It don't get more effeminate than that.
To bring himself up with some damn subscribers off of me. Anyway, child, y'all know daggone well I'm not trying to tell y'all who the hell this is. If you know, you
see, people will give a blind eye to degenerate behavior as long as there's money in it. So you can't expect for 2K or any of those guys is cool with Anton to really hold him accountable for anything. They're not going to do it. They're yes men for the most part. They feel like Anton can put them in a better position, so they overlook his buffoonery. They overlook his hypocrisy. They overlook the fact that his sexuality is in question. They said absolutely nothing about the Fleece Johnson interview when he got sex played by Fleece Johnson. They said nothing about it. And Auntie Messy got the nerve to call somebody effeminate for roasting her, but she ain't gonna call Anton effeminate for allowing a grown man to tell him he had a nice booty. And he giggled about it instead of checking the situation. Man, this is crazy. Anyway, let's move on, man. I'm done with Auntie Messy. This is way too fake for me, man. This is fake. If you're going to call somebody effeminate, it should be Anton. But we know why you're not going to say anything about Anton. He's your daddy. He's your daddy. He's your father. So it doesn't matter how effeminate he is. It doesn't matter how much of a hypocrite he is. Auntie Messy ain't going to say nothing. And you shouldn't expect her to. Now that you understand how fake she is, you can't expect too much from Auntie Messy. Not at all. Best damn show on the internet. Best damn show on the internet. Yes, sir. Hold on. Best damn show on the internet. Best damn show on the internet. Where you at? Where you at? Hit the like button if you haven't already. Ringo TV Raw, that's another cake-ass clown over there, making excuses for effeminate behavior. What do you guys expect? You expect for him to beat up Fleece Johnson on camera? Nobody said he should have beat up Fleece Johnson. What we said is he should have checked Fleece Johnson for playing with him like that. That's what we said, fool. Nobody ever said that Anton should have beat up Fleece Johnson and crashed out. We're saying he should have checked Fleece Johnson for sex playing him like that. That's what we said. Nobody ever said he had to get violent with Fleece. Best damn show on the internet. Best damn show on the internet. Yeah. Let's go to the next clip. All he had to do was check Fleece Johnson. He didn't have to get violent with him. Yeah. It's like you guys are expecting for him to beat up Fleece. Shut your goofy ass up. Well, nobody expecting that.
Other people go after children. I thought that children was off limits.
Now, this is interesting. This is one of these things where it's like, I'm going to impose my narrative on you. I'm going to impose my rules upon you. I thought children were off limits.
And then Anton lied. He made it seem like he had enough pull to get Mika on the 5150 show. See, Mika is playing it smart. She knows that futon is a cake. She understands that futon is fake, but she ain't gonna say nothing because she don't want to cut off the money. But she knows he's a hypocrite. This man lied to Mika and said, "Yeah, baby, I'm gonna fly you out to Los Angeles. I'm gonna put you in one of the best hotels, and I'm gonna get you on the 5150 show. I'm gonna take you to Rodeo, buy you a bag, baby, and get you a brand new wig. You dig?" And what did Mika say? "Okay, Anton, I'm excited. I want to come to Hollywood. I want to go to the 5150 show." So Mika really thought that she had a spot on the 5150 show. Anton promised her a brand new wig, a luxury hotel. You gonna take her out to a few restaurants to eat a boss meal. I'm gonna get you a brand new wig. You dig? I'm gonna fly you out to California to meet Corey. I'm gonna have you on a 5150 show, baby. Anton Daniels sold Mika a dream. He sold that woman a dream. I have a dream.
If you're going back and forth with somebody, you can't think anything. If you're in a boxing match, you can think nut shots are off limits, right? That's the rules. If you're in a street fight, they can hit you anywhere. They can bite, they can eye gouge.
Yeah, he said, "Yeah, baby, I'm gonna get you on the 5150, baby. Yeah. I got you a spot on the Corey Holcomb 5150." Mika was excited. Oh, Mika was excited. Let's go over this again.
Oh, Corey
Hey,
Holcomb.
listen, I'm not mad at Anton for having a side chick. When you got bread like Anton, you gonna have some side chicks. You think a man who makes that much money is gonna give a woman monogamy? You're crazy. Get out of that fantasy and come back down to reality. Red Supreme, King Supreme gonna take you there, baby. Anton makes enough money to have a side chick. He does. So I'm not mad at him for that. All I'm saying is stop pretending to be this conservative Christian when you know damn well you like badass bras, bro. You know damn well you like the company of sexy. You know damn well you like the company of sexy women. Your wife is not enough. I understand that. You got to listen. When you getting bread and you got money, you traveling, you got an appetite for beautiful women. His wife is not enough to satisfy. I'm just sorry. His wife isn't enough to satisfy him. He's not going to say that publicly, but in reality, we know what it is. You pay women like Mika to hang around you. You pay this woman for companionship. You pay her for whatever she wants. You compensate her for her time with money. You compensate her with gifts and things of luxury. That's how you keep women like this around. Come on, man. You know damn well Futon Dames look like Rough McGruff, the crime fighter. Tampon Dames look like Rough McGruff, the crime fighter. You think these badass bras want to hang around him just because? Hell nah. He gonna pay like he weighed. He promised Mika a brand new wig. He told Mika he'd get her a luxury hotel. He told Mika he had a slot for her on the 5150 show.
Situation. And we are going to get into a lot. We're going to talk about Don Lemon today. We're going to talk about the new Black Panther Party, the other Black Panther Party, the Nationalists, but I don't know. They got a bunch of different sets, okay? However, we're going to talk about that. And we're going to get into also a lot of the nonsense that's happening out in Minnesota, plus more. All right. So you guys, thank you so much for joining me for that. Now, of course, let's go ahead and get into it. But before we start the show, I want to go ahead and address the whole Corey Holcomb situation. All right. The whole Corey Holcomb incident. Now, 2 weeks ago, I was told that I was going to go on the 5150 show. And I was excited. All right. I was excited about going on the 5150 show. Last Tuesday, I got on the plane to go from DC to LA. I got to the 5150 studios at about 8 p.m. Pacific time. I met Corey Holcomb. I was introduced to him. He shook my hand. Then about, I want to say 5 minutes before the actual show started, I was told I can't go on the show. I said, okay, cool. Then I was told that I could sit on the set, but I have to sit off camera. I said, okay, cool. And that's where I sat for the entire duration of the show.
And let me tell you something. You can look like Mogilla. You can look like Mogilla the gorilla. These bras are gonna still deal with you as long as you got some Skrilla. What's Skrilla? Skrilla is money. Skrilla is paper. You can look like Mogilla the gorilla. These bras still gonna deal with you as long as you got that Skrilla, that paper. She'll sleep with a gorilla as long as she can get some Skrilla. Look at Rick Ross. Rick Ross looked like a gorilla, but he getting bad bras. That proves everything that I said about these bras. These bras will sleep with a gorilla as long as he got some Skrilla, paper. Looking like a looking like a gorilla doesn't matter as long as you got paper, as long as you got some Skrilla. Looking like a gorilla doesn't matter as long as you got some Skrilla, as long as you can pay the broad, as long as you can give her things of luxury. That's the only thing she care about. As long as you got that shit, she'll sleep with a gorilla. Rick Ross is a prime example. Anton Daniels is a prime example. Hell yeah, she gonna sleep with that gorilla as long as he got some bread. You dig?
Now, of course, let's go ahead and get into it. But before we start the show, I want to go ahead and address the whole Corey Holcomb situation. All right, the whole Corey Holcomb incident. Now, 2 weeks ago, I was told that I was going to go on the 5150 show. And I was excited. All right. I was excited about going on the 5150 show. Last Tuesday, I got on the plane to go from DC to LA. I got to the 5150 studios at about 8 p.m. Pacific time. I met Corey Holcomb. I was introduced to him. He shook my hand. Then about, I want to say 5 minutes before the actual show started, I was told I can't go on the show. I said, okay, cool. Then I was told that I could sit on the set, but I have to sit off camera. I said, okay, cool. And that's where I sat for the entire duration of the show. Now, the show starts. And as you know, what happened, because it went viral. All right. So if you guys want to see all of that, you can go watch it. It's everywhere. All right. But with all that being said, as that's going on, when it becomes abundantly clear that it's time to go, myself and security go ahead and start to leave. When I get to the door, as I'm going out, I hear Corey Holcomb say, yeah, leave with your security and your bitch. And I'm not going to lie, I was shocked. Because it's very unfortunate that I would be called the B word.
Oh, it's not unfortunate. That's a part of the game, baby. Even the men that's cool with you say it behind your back. Yeah, man, I got this bra, man. This bra. Yeah, homie. Yeah. That, that's how men talk, baby. Futon promised you a brand new wig and a luxury hotel in Los Angeles and a spot on the 5150 show. You already know, baby. Come on, Mika. Stop pretending like you don't know the game. What do you mean you was disappointed that you was called the B word? That's what comes with the territory. That's how grown-ass men talk. You know the game, baby. Stop pretending like you don't. Futon told you he's going to get you a brand new wig and fly you out to Los Angeles and put you in a luxury hotel and get you on a slot and put you on a 5150, baby. Futon promised you that position, but he lied to you, baby. He wanted to make it seem like he had more pull than what he actually had. But it don't matter. Futon gonna buy you a brand new wig. You dig? Futon gonna get you that brand new bag. Futon gonna get you a luxury hotel. As long as you don't go tell his wife.
Because I had such a positive outlook and a positive take on 5150 and Corey Holcomb. Last year here in DC, I literally went to a Corey Holcomb show. So when I found out I was going on 5150, I was like, oh, this is exciting because I just went to see a show. And now I'm having this experience. So it was very unfortunate. Not only that, I hear explain the bitch and this bitch on my show. I don't know who she is. Alluding to the fact that I'm just here and it's somebody's side chick. And I'm nobody's side chick.
Oh, yes, you are. Yes, you are. See, Mika thinks she's a queen based on her looks. Nah, baby, you listen. All y'all didn't play the side chick before. I don't care how pretty you are or how many niggas you think that's attracted to you. You didn't been the side chick before. You ain't always been a main course meal. You ain't the entree. You a side dish. Now you can become the main chick. You're pretty enough to be somebody's main chick, but I don't care how pretty you are. Every woman has been a side chick before. Every woman has been another man's side piece, whether they know it or not. Get out of that fantasy. King Supreme is here to bring you back down to reality, baby. I'm gonna take you. A first-class trip to. I'm gonna give you a first-class trip to a place called reality, baby.
So it was very unfortunate and very hurtful. That I can tell you. That was my feeling from the experience. But with all that being said, I can say this. I still don't have anything negative to put out about Corey Holcomb or the 5150 show. I went for a positive experience.
She's not going to say anything negative about the 5150 show. Why? Because she want to keep those doors open. When she come to Los Angeles, she want to be able to walk into the 5150 show. So she don't want to burn that bridge. I know Corey called me the B word, but Corey was just complaining and clowning. Now, let me tell you how fake these bras are. If you took her on a date and you called her the B word, she'll be so offended like you said something against God or something. And she'll use that as an excuse so why she can't rock with you. She said, you ain't got no respect for women. See, women tolerate being called the B word. It just got to be the right man that's saying it. Mika has broken up with men who called her the B word before. I don't want to talk to you no more. I'm going to ghost you. I'm going to block you. She's blocked men for calling her the B word. But see, Corey Holcomb can get away with saying it. Why? Because Corey Holcomb's the man. He can get away with that. See, women will tolerate things that they say that they'll never tolerate. They'll tolerate that stuff from the right guy. They might not tolerate it from you, but they will tolerate it they will tolerate that behavior from the right man. You're just not the right man. You know how women say, I would never do this, I'll never do that. They will do it for the right man. If you're that right man, you can say whatever you want to say and they're going to still rock with you because they really like you. Don't matter that you called her the B word. Don't matter that you made jokes about her wig. She's still going to give it up to you. She's still going to rock with you. Why? Because you the man and she's going to rock with you regardless.
I had a positive, this bitch on my show. I don't know who she is. Alluding to the fact that I'm just here and it's somebody's side chick.
A chick can say, nah, I don't let nobody call me a B. Yeah, the right man can call you a B and you're going to chunk it up. You're going to swallow your pride and deal with the fact that he calls you the B word. You were tolerated from the right man. Corey called her all type of B words. Made jokes about her being a prostitute, saying, I'll give you a little bit of loot if you come and do some strange for some change. Corey even alluded to the fact that you was a prostitute, but Corey's a comedian. He made jokes about it. See, she wouldn't let the regular guy that she's dating talk to her like that, but she will tolerate that from somebody like Corey Holcomb. So what does that tell you? She's all about the money. They will steal from their mother. For the love of money, he will sleep with Fleece Johnson. For the love of money, he will sleep with Fleece Johnson. For the love of money. Yeah, they'll tolerate a man calling them the B word if the right man is saying it. Now, if you're just an average guy that she's dating, you can't call her the B word. She ain't gonna tolerate that from you. Somebody like Corey Holcomb can get away with calling her the B word, and she's still gonna rock with him regardless. I'm giving you the mindset of these modern day females. They pretend to have standards, but they only have standards for certain men. When it comes to the right man, those standards go right out of. When it comes to the right man, those standards go right out of the window. But they'll pretend to have all these standards for the average guy. But when it comes to a man who's above average, those so-called standards, homeboy, go right out of the window. I promise you. This right here is a prime example. She's telling Corey, I still want to rock with you. I don't care that you called me the B word. I don't care that you alluded to the fact that I'm a prostitute. I don't care about none of that. I just want to be down with you, Corey. Please keep the doors open for me to come to the 5150 show. This is a prime example of what I've been talking about for years.
And I'm nobody's side chick. So it was very unfortunate and very hurtful. That I can tell you. That was my feeling from the experience. But with all that being said, I can say this.
For the right man, their standards go right out of the window for the right man.
I still don't have anything negative to put out about Corey Holcomb or the 5150 show. I went for a positive experience. I had a positive outlook on what could have been, but it didn't happen. And again, it's unfortunate that all that transpired afterwards. And I was caught in the crossfire between two grown people that were arguing back and forth with each other. So my outlook is this. I don't have any negative views on Corey. And like I said, it's unfortunate, but I forgive Corey. I truly do. But that was my experience. And I wish nothing but the best for Corey and the 5150 show. I just wanted to come on and really say my piece because I really hadn't said anything. Because everybody else was talking. So I wanted you guys to hear it from me. So that was my experience. That's all that really happened because it was a small time frame. So any other narrative is not what it was.
See, she's letting Corey Holcomb know I'm rocking with you, brother. Leave that door open for me, baby. Hey, Corey said the door is open, baby. All you got to do is show it to the 5150. He said he going to learn you. He going to lace you with some game. All you got to do is pay homage to the 5150, baby. It's all gravy. Now come holler at a real one, baby.
This is exactly what happened. And so that's all I really have to say about it. Because that's all that happened. So,
of course she's an opportunist, man. Listen, Mika is using her looks to get what she wants. And I'm not mad at her because that's what pretty women do. They use what they got to get what they want. She's using her beauty to get a foot in the industry. She's using her beauty to get a foot in the industry. That's just the reality. It's common sense. It's see-through. It's clear as looking out of the window in broad daylight. You know what I'm saying? Mika is going to weaponize her beauty to get in the industry. Yeah. You can't get mad at the fact that women take advantage of men. They take advantage of the fact that they know you lust for them. They know that you want them. So they use their beauty to get fame and money. Talent is not necessary. Talent is not required from a woman like Mika. Talent is not required. The only requirement is her beauty and the fact that men lust for her. You think Mika got to be talented to get on one of these big time podcasts? Absolutely not. Talent is not a requirement for a woman like Mika. Beauty is the only requirement for a woman like Mika. Yeah. Pretty women in it. Listen, nobody has ever required talent from pretty women. They can hang around millionaires. They can hang around the top dogs just by looking a certain way, and they bring nothing of value to the table outside of looks. But that's the name of the game. Let's keep cooking, though.
You guys are going to get down in the comments and let me know what you think about that. But that's my thoughts and feelings on that moment in time, that situation, that incident. So,
she's a nice looking woman. Nobody's denying that. All I'm saying is she's used her beauty to get her foot in the door. Talent is never a requirement for a pretty woman. It's just the honest to God truth. He will sleep with Fleece Johnson.
Going back and forth with somebody, you can't think anything.
He will sleep with Fleece Johnson for the love of money. He will sleep with Fleece Johnson for the love of money.
If you're in a boxing match, you can think nut shots are off limits, right? That's the rules. If you're in a street fight, they can hit you anywhere. They can bite, they can eye gouge. It's a street fight. Anton said, hey, let's go out back to the street. Anton could have got out there and Corey started biting his ass because that's a street fight. Well, you got street fights that occur in the street, and you got street fights that occur online. Corey let all of us know in his last stream that this is a goddamn street fight. So, and did y'all see that video that came out of Corey today? When he hit that woman in the face, like, ain't nothing out of bounds for Corey hitting women in the face, allegedly. That's what the video seemed to show. If you're a 50-something-year-old dude to punch a woman in the face, or maybe it was a mush, maybe it wasn't closed fist, but he got up under there. And Corey's a big dude. No woman can take Corey. I'm sorry. Corey's what? When I saw him, he was an easy.
Come on, man. Anton looked like Rough McGruff, man. You think a woman is really attracted to him? He's corny. He's lame. And he's a funny looking guy. Anton is a corny, lame, funny looking guy. Women are not hanging around him because he's handsome and charismatic. They're hanging around him to get some money up out of him, to get some type of fame and notoriety up out of him. Anton looks like Scruff McGruff, the crime fighter. You really think bras feel like he's handsome? Bro, listen.
260, 265. 6'1", 6'2". What woman's going to take a 6'2", 265, 270 dude? Well, I know one woman. You don't know nobody. So Corey, I mean, if he hit a woman in the face, he might come after your kids. I don't know. Big shout out to Corey. Allegedly, I wasn't there. I just saw the video like y'all. Not, you know, for some people, there's nothing out of bounds. There is no bounds. All right, let's go.
What? I guess not. I guess not. So my number one concern, and I'm going to say this, and again, this is for all of the civil, awesome Black people out there and people in the United States of America that want to ensure that their children are protected. My number one goal is to always try to figure out how I can protect my underage child.
I can agree with that.
My underage child. That's all I care about. I could have never imagined in 1,000 years the psychological damage and the impact, the cries that I had to hear, you know?
Let me just stand up for my man Corey for a second, because I just saw the little clip. Money Mar says, technically she touched him first though, so Corey was justified. Fair enough. Shout out to my man Corey. I just quickly saw the video. That whole thing could have been self-defense. So big shout out to Corey. Thank you, Money Mar, for correcting the record. I wasn't there. All right. Big shout out to Corey. He self-defense. All right, let's go.
My immediate concern was, oh my God, who do I call?
He will sleep with Fleece Johnson for the love of money. For the love of money, he will sleep with Fleece Johnson for the love of money.
But I couldn't call anybody because everything was closed at the time. So immediately pulling her out of school, immediately making sure that I go and assess the damage, trying to figure out if we're able to get her into the same competitions. Coming up, she literally just texted me probably less than 48 hours ago. All of the different competitions that she had lined up for this year. We were supposed to go to Great Britain. We were supposed to go to a lot of places. I don't know if we can still do that. I don't know if that's possible.
He will sleep with Fleece Johnson for the love of money. For the love of money, he will sleep with Fleece Johnson for the love of money.
Possible. I don't know if she has the, you know, their brain isn't even fully developed.
All right, and then
you know,
Tev is saying no, she didn't touch him. She didn't touch him. Corey's wrong. She did touch him. Corey's wrong. She did touch him. Corey's right. I don't know. My big thing is don't sue me, okay? I don't know. Was Corey in the right or in the wrong? I don't know. I don't care. I don't want to be. The point is, I don't want to be defaming, and we're going to talk about defamation. We're going to listen to about 2 or 3 more minutes of this, and then we're going to get into the legal.
See, Anton is going to put extras on it to win a lawsuit. See, that's what it is. People lie in court to get a lawsuit. He will sleep with Fleece Johnson for the love of money. He will sue Corey Holcomb for the love of money. He will sue Corey Holcomb for the love of money. He will sleep with Fleece Johnson for the love of money. For the love of money.
Legal perspective. But this is the type of care that you need to have. I saw a video that looked like Corey mushed some woman, but I cursory gave a glance to it. I don't know if it was self-defense. I don't know if Corey's in the wrong. So I'm not going to say Corey is an abuser, and I'm not going to say that Corey is an angel. Right? I don't know. All right. You know, a lot of men would say, hey, man, if a woman touch you, you got to take the L on that. You can't punch her in the face. Some men live by a code. Some men will be in a street fight with you and bite your thigh. I don't know. Does Corey look like he lives by a code?
He will sue Corey Holcomb for the love of money. For the love of money, he will sleep with Fleece Johnson. For the love of money, for the love of money, he will sleep with Fleece Johnson. For the love of money, for the love of money.
He's talking about kids. Now, there is some, you know, everybody's code is different because maybe he'll talk about kids, but it's clear he won't engage in backdooring. And I'm sure he could prove that his career, his livelihood has been stunted by his lack of participation in the Backdooria. If he would have participated in Backdooria, it could be the case that his career would be much further. But that's a line, that's a boundary that he has drawn for himself. So he does have codes. Maybe just everybody's codes are different. All right. But big shout out to Tevi. I don't know if the girl touched him or not. I don't know. Let's go.
Literally.
All right. We don't.
So crazy. P. See that?
All right. We don't want to see the.
I don't know if she'll be able to do that.
What one? Okay. Let's go.
She was sending me her tentative schedule for the calendar year. I don't know if she'll be able to do that.
You don't have to answer that question. I'll answer the question.
Yes.
They're going to say, I would have whooped Corey Holcomb's ass. I'm sick of Corey. I was in Corey's face on the 5150 show. I would have kicked Corey's ass. Yeah. Okay, Anton, how did it go on the 5150 show? Here go Jason. We're like, yeah, Jason, I was going to whip Corey's ass.
There is a lawsuit. Best believe this is going to be in there. Typically. What is it?
I would have put my foot up in Corey's ass. I told Corey we can go outside.
What is the intentional infliction of emotional distress? It is a civil claim for severe emotional harm caused by conduct that goes far beyond ordinary insults. Okay? What do you typically need? You need extreme and outrageous conduct, so beyond the pale that society won't tolerate it. Now, I'm going to ask you, a lot of you 5150 people, shout out, man. When I was on the 5150 show, y'all roasted me. I will tell you that, but y'all treated me so kind, and I appreciate it. I love y'all.
Let's see what Craig Fax had to say on this. Shout out to the lead attorney. Let's see what my man Craig Fax had to say about this, man.
Using past statements, framing, which is presenting information in a way that changes the meaning of the information. Presenting information in a way that changes the meaning of the information. See, this is what you got to understand about politics. You say Kwame's going in, that's dope. I don't have to go in on Antoine. I can simply educate you on what is going on, and it's so much information out there, you can fill in the facts yourself. What the fuck is Craig talking about? Well, you got to, look, man, I don't deal in illusions and disillusionment, good brother. I deal in facts. So right now, we're painting the context of what's going on. This entire thing is context to me, my guy. Another thing is time manipulation. Time manipulation. Using past statements or events and making them relevant to what's going on now. Almost presenting things that have happened in the past and presenting them in a way where it contextually seems like it's going on now. What's popping with you, King David? Use your things to make your current situation seem relevant. Convenient omissions is the last part of the context to me. What's up? I can't pronounce the word, man. Shut your whole ass up. Convenient omissions. Convenient omissions. This is very important. All of the bullet points are important, but this is very important. Convenient omissions. Convenient omissions. What are you conveniently omitting by some of the information that you're saying? Why do you pick and choose parts of information to talk about? Why do you leave extremely important details and context out of information that you disseminate about people? Why are you leaving these things out?
Because he wants to manipulate the fans, the lookers, the subscribers, the fans. It's a manipulation tactic to get those people on his side. Anton is looking to garner sympathy from the black community, the same community that he's been taking a crap on for years. Now he speaks as if he's some type of advocate for dark-skinned black women, which is crazy, pure insanity. So he's going to use any manipulation tactic that he can use to get the black community on his side, the same community that he spoke down on for years. He's denigrated the black community for money. That's what Anton has been doing for years. Now you're looking to garner sympathy from the same community because Corey Holcomb roasted you and your family? Nah, homie, it don't work like that. I see through the fakery.
Why are you conveniently omitting facts and replacing them with narrative?
Yeah.
Context to me. You're trying to play God out here. There's no value in this. You guys know how bots work. You can go into some of these bot sites right now and say, hey, anytime Aunt Daniel says rich, wealthy, black people need to, you can disseminate, you can go on these bot sites and you can type in, anytime Aunt Daniel says black people, I want this bot site to send out 150 messages, all 2 minutes apart, from this demographic profile, black women between the ages of 25 to 40, calling Aunt a fat, disgruntled whinings who doesn't know what he's talking about. Hey. And so anytime he makes a comment, anytime he goes live and says any of the Q words, the bot site will automatically inundate your page with comments saying whatever you told them to say from these many different profiles. So this barrage of bots and bullshit information that Ant and others who support him are using to try to push this agenda is taking out context. It's called contextomy. I'm telling you right now, we as comedians will always win the long-term battle. You want to know why? I've been in a couple roast situations outside the improv and in life where people see me and they want to roast with me and they start roasting and it's all good, right? So the average everyday person, they get high, drink, they can roast for an hour, 30 minutes with a comedian, and they feel like they've had a great day. Well, let me tell you about situations I've been in where niggas wanted to fight me after roasting with me, right? Yeah, you're cool for 30 minutes to an hour, right? But what about 4 hours later when you want me to stop, but I don't want to stop because you ran out of jokes? See, this is what this is going to be for a nigga like Anton. Because right now, while his blood is flowing and he can pay for these bots to spread this misinformation and harass people and play games, it's cool. But what about when he's done and he wants it to be over and I'm still on his head? What's it gonna be then? You think it's an accident that he comes on this show, storms off, and then a week later, that video come out? As if that's not something I've seen it before.
Here go Anton Daniels. I challenged Corey. I would have whipped Corey's ass.
I would have whipped Corey's ass. I'm not afraid of Corey. I pulled up to the 5150 to challenge him.
You know what I'm saying? I believe they went to court for this video. I'm not too sure. I'm not really privy to all of their business. I believe that this woman is not supposed to be speaking publicly about what she's speaking about. I believe that the courts did not file in her favor. I believe she's violating a court order and also participating in context to me, because let's be honest, when you watch this video, excuse me, it's 15 dudes out there, one woman. 15 men, one woman. It's after 11 p.m. at night. Yeah, women have the right to be out at 11 p.m. at night, but when a woman is out in the
I would have kicked Corey Holcomb's ass. I'm not afraid of him. Corey's a bully, and I stood up to the bully. I was ready to kick Corey Holcomb's ass. Now I'm going to sue Corey to get money because he made fun of my family. Being a hypocrite doesn't matter as long as you got money. Being a fake Christian doesn't matter as long as you got money. Engaging in rainbow community activities doesn't matter as long as you got money.
streets around all men at that time of night, she's under contract with something different than the average working woman. She's either under contract with the streets, she's either under contract with some type of drug she's on, or she's out there chasing fantasy.
When you got money, being a hypocrite doesn't matter. I got money. So what? Fleece Johnson said, I got a nice booty. When you got money, it doesn't matter. I was getting ready to whip Corey Holcomb's ass.
Now, in that video you saw, it's 15, 20 niggas. Her boyfriend is one of the niggas. Her boyfriend is one of the niggas. You don't think some people out there was telling her to tell her boyfriend, hey, man, get this bitch out of
here. Hey, man, shout out to Craig Pax. Hey, I'm the man, I'm the man, I'm the man. He will sleep with Fleece Johnson for the love of money. He will sleep with Fleece Johnson for the love of money. He will sue Corey Holcomb for the love of money, for the love of money.
But that ain't what happened. What happened is what happened. But this ain't no Claire Huxtable. This is a woman that's under contract with either the streets, the industry, or some type of drugs. With no audio on that video, you can't just sit here and make assumptions. This nigga said, nah. What you mean, nah, nigga? Come on, man. All I'm saying.
Oshay been going in on Anton, too. Let's go to the Oshay been going in on Futon, man, relentlessly. So I don't know why people get mad at me for roasting Futon. Shout out to Oshay.
Positive and demonic. Post and then Twitter delete spree. And he did it the other day after going after Corey Holcomb. Once the video of Corey Holcomb came out of hitting that lady. But then here's another example. He posted, I'm going to show you why you shouldn't worship these industry celebrities. Almost all of them are fake, closeted, and demonic. They've had a chokehold on the culture and are the worst for it. I don't want to be friends before I could get the screenshots of the post where people were basically roasting Anton Daniels up, you can imagine what people were saying. A lot of hypocrisy, a lot of, you do this and you do that. And then I thought about something in particular, and I want to talk about a concept. It's called cognitive ability. Cognitive refers to our mental capacity.
See, your mental capacity. Oshay did a good job at breaking that down, and he just called out Futon's hypocrisy. You know what I mean?
Mika, an associate of Anton Daniels, was disrespected on the Corey Holcomb show. But even before the Corey Holcomb show,
Mika wasn't disrespected. Mika is willing to tolerate that disrespect to get an opportunity to rock with the 5150 show. So Mika loved the attention. If anything, Corey Holcomb saying Mika's name gave her more attention. She didn't mind Corey Holcomb taking a jab at her. She didn't mind Corey Holcomb even calling her the B word. Gaining the attention of the 5150 show is mission accomplished for a woman who's seeking attention. Mission accomplished for a woman that's seeking attention. All Mika wants to do is to be recognized by the big dogs in the industry. That's all she wants. She wants some fame, attention, and recognition. She wasn't offended by Corey Holcomb calling her the B word. She's still willing to work with Corey. If Corey called up Mika today, she will fly out to LA to rock with the 5150. Trust and believe, Mika is not mad at the fact that Corey called her the B word. You know how many men have called her the B word throughout her whole life? Several men have done it. The only time she takes offense to a man, the only time she takes offense to a man calling her the B word is when it's coming from a man that she don't like, or when it's coming from a man that she can't get nothing from. Somebody like Corey, she can get money, fame, and attention. So it doesn't matter if Corey calls her the B word. She's going to rock with Corey regardless. Now, if you're the average guy that's trying to date her, of course, she'll hold you to a different standard. She'll tell you that you can't call her the B word. She will ghost you for calling her the B word. But somebody like Corey who calls her the B word, is all gravy, baby. She'll tolerate that from Corey.
She went there and Anton Daniels was leaving. Corey Holcomb was calling her some bad names. Now, at first, we didn't know who this lady was that Corey Holcomb was talking about. We only knew that it was a lady that was there. Well, we found out it was this lady, Mika, who has a podcast, I believe, called The Red Cup. See, she officially went and made a statement about it.
Now, 2 weeks ago, I was told that I was going to go on the 5150 show. And I was excited. All right. I was excited about going on the 5150 show. Last Tuesday, I got on the plane to go from DC to LA.
Now, she was very respectful in this particular video. And again, she flew out from DC to Los Angeles to be.
Anton Daniels told her, come out to LA, baby. I got you a brand new, listen, I got you a first class plane ticket, a luxury hotel, a brand new wig, you dig, and a spot on the Corey Holcomb 5150 show. I got you, baby. Yeah, I got you. So Mika got a first class ticket to come to Los Angeles, got Mika a brand new wig, a luxury hotel, took her to Rodeo Drive to get her a bag, took her to the finest restaurants. You know what I'm saying? And to put the icing on the cake was giving her a spot on the 5150 show. So Mika was all with it. Futon gonna fly her, he gonna fly her out to Los Angeles first class, put her in a luxury hotel, get her a brand new wig, you dig, and then she gets a slot to be on the 5150 show. Yeah. Come to find out, it was all smoke and screens. It was a lie. Anton never had enough pull to get Mika on the 5150 show like they wanted to hear what she had to say. They said, no, shut up, be pretty, and look good in the background. We are not giving you the opportunity to say absolutely nothing on the microphone. It's a blessing to be here on the 5150. You the side chick who looks pretty in the background. That's as far as it goes.
On Corey Holcomb, she was very respectful in this particular video. And again, she flew out from DC to Los Angeles to be on Corey Holcomb's show. Now, the only way that this could have happened is if Anton Daniels, who's going to be on the show, put that bug in her ear. And from what we know, Anton Daniels did say this.
That's why I told Mika, right? Because I had Mika with me. And the reason why I brought Mika with me is because I wanted to promote her show and
So Anton Daniels says, listen, I wanted to promote her show and stuff. Now I want to kind of talk about Mika and what I think her podcast is about. Mika is an Afro-Latina, Puerto Rican lady, I don't know. She has a DC accent. She is trying this whole Make America Great Again, Black conservative sort of a movement. What I would most likely believe is that, you know, if you're going on Brandon Tatum's show, if you're going on Anthony Bryan Logan's show, if you're going on Candace Owens' show, yeah, Mika is a good fit for those platforms. Corey Holcomb's platform is not the platform that is very right-leaning, so...
Right. See, this is how you know Mika's an opportunist. An opportunist. Right? Now let me explain. Let me further explain. The 5150 show is not a right-leaning conservative platform. It's not. It's not a liberal platform either. It falls somewhere right in the middle. He holds everybody accountable. Corey is an equal opportunity smoke giver. Anton is a white man butt kisser. Major difference. So coming on to a platform like 5150 ain't the same as Futon Daniels, where they cape for white people and they say negative things about the black community for money. The 5150, you can't get away with buffoonery and Samboism over there. So all that rhetoric that you kick on Futon's platform, you're not going to be able to kick that nonsense on the 5150 show. But Mika understands that she's a grifter. She'll be a conservative when she's with Anton, and she'll flip the whole script when she gets with Corey. Please believe me, I understand how the game goes. I've been playing it for a long time. I know what it is. Mika will flip the script when she comes to the 5150 show. But when she's on Futon Daniels' platform, she'll pretend to be this right-leaning conservative woman whenever she's around Futon just to get the bag, just so that Futon can give her some more exposure. You heard me?
Why would somebody listen to her? Holcomb said yes. It seems like the platform is, number one, it's already struggling. And one of the reasons why the platform struggles so hard is because she's not very controversial. She's not an untalented creator. She's just not a shit starter. She's not like Anton. And so in the conservative right, there are so many of these, you know, blacks that are there now. And it used to be they could get on because there wasn't that many blacks, but you have so many blacks now that she's just not controversial enough on the right, because she can't be the Nick Fuentes, she can't be the Charlie Kirk, and you're a woman. So that's why going there is not even a good look as a podcast. So obviously that's one thing. But then Corey Holcomb talked about it himself.
Mika is a grifter, man. She's using her beauty to get a foot in the industry. She'll be a conservative, right-leaning lady with futon, but she'll flip the script when she get around somebody like Corey. She's a chameleon. She's going to blend in wherever she goes. She's a grifter. And I'm not saying this to disrespect her. I'm saying it because it's actually true. She's a chameleon. She's going to blend in to fit in wherever she goes. She'll be a conservative over there with futon, and then she'll be a whole nother way when she get around somebody like Corey on the 5150, baby. King Supreme knows what he's talking about. I've been around women like Mika for way too long. I understand how they flip the script. She'll become a chameleon to fit in. She'll blend in wherever she goes. However the wind blows, baby.
But what happened with him?
He said something about her being on the show, and I said, did you talk to Corey about that? And he was like, no. So I told him that's probably not going to happen.
Yeah,
man.
he did.
Can they hear Phil?
Yeah.
Yeah, Oshay, my boy, but Oshay just trying to be nice and respectful. He know Mika ain't getting around based on her talent. People are dealing with Mika based on her beauty. That's it. It ain't based on no talent. It ain't based on no podcasting skills. People fly Mika out because of her beauty. That's it. And they have dreams of sleeping with her. They feel like if I spend enough money on her, maybe one day I'll be able to sleep with her. And that's why guys continue to trick on her. This is why guys give her the opportunity to get attention on their platforms for no other reason.
Corey rarely puts anybody on his show, period.
So this is the show producer. They're addressing the girl coming on the podcast. And now we're hearing that, listen, you can't just, Anton just can't put her on the show because he wants to. And then Corey will follow it up.
If she got any common sense, she should know this a cake ass. If she got any common sense, she should know, oh, you a boy, you told me I was plugged to be on the show. Because I believe he told her that. I believe he thought he had bargaining chips. He didn't have no bargaining chips. No, she can't come on the show. I don't know nothing about that.
So I did a reaction video in which I said that Corey was a little bit too harsh on the lady. This was when she got kicked out. Take the B with her. The lady said that she was a Corey Holcomb fan and all of that. I thought, and then her response to all of this, I felt that Mika was being very feminine. I thought that it was a level of professionalism. She said she wanted nothing bad to happen to Corey Holcomb and all of this, okay? However, I gotta talk about her because Corey made a point that I kind of want to talk about that's interesting. If Mika knows Anton Daniels and knows what kind of person Anton Daniels is, the one thing that we know is that Anton Daniels loves controversy, okay? And one
Make sure that you guys hit the like button. If you ain't hit that like button, man, you're committing a crime, man. You're committing a crime if you ain't blessed that like button. For all this game, knowledge, wisdom, and entertainment, game delivered in rhyme, game delivered at the same time. A one-stop shop. Knowledge, wisdom, information, and entertainment. Yes, you're tuned in to one of the best in the game.
One of the problems that content creators who are trying to get on this business, when you want to deal with somebody who already has an audience, and of course, you know, a lot of content creators, especially if they have courses or if they're trying to deal with women, they could tell somebody, look, you know, I'm gonna put you on, I could teach you the ropes, I can show you how to grow in this thing. So what the person is trying to do at that point is trying to attach to the person's positives. So if you're a person like Mika, you see somebody like Anton Daniels, somebody that has money, somebody doing well, and she may be dating him, she may not be dating him. I don't even want to discuss that right now. But the reality is this, that she is trying to grow her platform in this part of her career. She seems like a pretty young lady. She seems like
she's trying to grow her platform, right? But she's not growing her platform based on her own marriage. She's not growing her platform based on talent. She's growing her platform based on the fact that she's affiliated and associated with Futon Fleece Daniels. She's growing her platform not based on her own marriage, not based on her own talent. She's growing her platform based on her association with Anton Fleece Daniels. That's the only reason that people are paying her any attention is because of her association with Anton Fleece Daniels. If you take away her affiliation with Anton Fleece Daniels, nobody pays her any attention. I'm just being honest, not to put her down, not to disrespect her. I got to keep it a stack. I got to keep it a buck with y'all. Anton Fleece Daniels is the only reason that people is giving her any attention. This is a fact.
She hangs around certain celebrities. She looks like one of the ladies that's just trying to get her footing in the industry. Never really been kind of out there. She's trying to be a media personality. She is, you know, from the DC area, so she's going to these events. She, you know, and so what's happening is she's, you know, attaching to a little bit of the red pill, respecting men kind of thing. The left is wrong framework, okay? But the issue is Anton Daniels doesn't have leverage with who he thinks he does. And so Anton tells her, come on to the show. Corey gonna let you come on the show. As if Anton knows. He doesn't know. But the problem is with Mika is you don't want to associate with the negative parts about Anton. That's the problem when you deal with somebody who is controversial, a person that's polar.
Anton looks like Rough McGruff, the crime fighter. You think Mika would be around Anton if he wasn't spending that bread? This dude look like Rough McGruff, the crime fighter. He got to spend that bread. No way Mika gonna be around this fool without that bread. Looking like Rough McGruff, the crime fighter. I'll take a bite out of crime. Looking ass.
Rising. And You had no problem whenever Anton is disrespecting other people, when Anton is putting down the black community. But okay, if you can come in and get the benefits of whatever Anton got, then it's not an issue. But now you are getting some of the bad work. Let me give you an example. I had a homeboy a few years after high school. They were at this club called Bobby T's. It's got to be around 2000. I said that because
Anton lied to Mika. He made it seem like he had enough pull to get her on the 5150 show. He lied to Mika. Yeah, baby, I got you a spot on the 5150. Come rock with me. I'm going to fly you out to Los Angeles. I'm going to give you a first-class plane ticket, and I'm going to put you in a luxury hotel. I'm going to get you a brand new wig, you did, before you go on the 5150, baby, okay?
my thing like that. So that's, so I to Bobby T is, to be real. But so when she kind of confronted the person she thought that it was, one of the guys that my homeboy was with, like, yo, shut up, B, right? So anyways, she went and got her cousins. They came, and one of these young men, unfortunately, was a twin brother, okay? He confronts the guys. Some of the dudes that my homeboys is with call somebody else. The other person comes up there and starts shooting. The young man loses his life, okay? My homeboy, who didn't have nothing to do with
Anton Fleece Daniels promised Mika a brand new lace front wig. You dig? He like, yeah, baby, I'm gonna get you a brand new wig before you go up on the 5150 show. I'm gonna get you that Brazilian lace front that you always want. I'm gonna get you a $10 wig, baby, so you look beautiful and sexy when you come up on the 5150. And Mika believed it. She fed into it. Little did she know she would never be on the 5150 show. Anton Fleece Daniels said, I'm gonna get you a first-class ticket, a luxury hotel. I'm gonna get you a $10,000 Brazilian lace front wig, you dig, before you get up on the 5150, baby. So Mika was excited. Oh, she was happy. She was excited. Futon gonna give me a brand new $10,000 lace front Brazilian wig to go on the 5150, baby. Oh yeah, I'm down with it. Send me that ticket, Futon. Little did she know she would never be on the 5150 show.
with it. Ended up damn near getting in trouble for what they did by just being associated with her. Okay, like this is exactly what happens when you are associated with clout. And if you look at Mika, like, she's a clout chaser. Pop culture Mika is trying to get on all the time in the industry. She, like I said, I won't say that she's untalented at this, but she's been trying to get into the industry for a long time. She goes to all the black associated with clout. And if you
now, Oshay is going to show you all the people she took pictures with. Mika is a clout chaser. She's using her beauty to get a foot in the industry, because that's how these bras get down. They got to weaponize their beauty to get in the industry. They're not going to get in based on talent. They're not going to get in based on their own merit. No, they're not. Women like Mika weaponize their beauty to get a foot in the industry. They'll never get in based on talent alone. Gobble, gobble, swallow, swallow, gobble, gobble, swallow, swallow. If you know what I mean.
Look at Mika, like, she's a clout chaser. Pop culture Mika is trying to get on all the time in the industry, are associated with clout. And if you look at Mika, like, she's a clout chaser. Pop culture Mika is trying to get on all the time in the industry. She, like I said, I won't say that she's untalented at this, but she's been trying to get into the industry for a long time. She goes to all the black events. She takes pictures with all the celebrities. She's chasing everything that she can. She knows people but
she's taking pictures with all the celebrities. Look at Mika though.
She takes pictures.
Look at Mika and Jamie Foxx. She took a picture with Jamie Foxx. Look at her.
Like I said, I won't say that she's untalented at this, but she's been trying to get into the industry for a long time.
You being nice, Oshay. You really being nice. I know you don't want to. You're being nice to the woman, and I get it. She's not going to get in the industry based on her own merits and talent. She's going to get in based on beauty. That's her only hopes of getting in the industry, is her beauty. She must weaponize her beauty to get a foot in the industry. Trying to use talent alone ain't going to work for her. It's just not going to work. I got to be honest.
She goes to all the black events. She takes pictures with all the celebrities. She's chasing everything that she can. She knows people but she hasn't made it herself. So I don't know what you're going to call that kind of person. So, you see, like, a lot of what she does is grifting. and she's just trying to get on for herself. And now you paid the cost because, again, if you hang around Anton, you know what kind of price you're paying for dealing with a person like that. And that's a part of something that she should have understood, that you're dealing with a dude that is, you know, he's reckless to a certain degree. He comes out and says he's with all of these, you know, 304s and everything like that. And while it is bad that you're being disrespected, you should also know that this is exactly what kind of person he is. Okay. And you got to take the L a little bit for just being associated. You know what I mean? Like even letting him lie to you and saying that you're going to be on Corey's show when, I mean, to be honest, I mean, Mika, you know, she's a nice looking lady, but she's not really in any industry. Like, I mean, at least not here. Nobody really knows her. She's just, I mean, if you would look at her and look at her page, here's what people would say. She looks like she's a groupie.
I mean, we know what it is. Come on, man. We ain't, nah, homie. We've been around too long to not know what it is when we see it. She's not gonna get in the, she's not gonna get a foot in the industry based on her own merits or talent. She's gonna weaponize her beauty to get a foot in the industry. That's just the reality. It is what it is. She's a nice looking woman. You know, most men would love to have a woman who's that beautiful, that's well put together. The woman is beautiful. Hands down, there's no denying that. But when it comes to talent, she ain't got it. But when it comes to talent, she ain't got it.
Look at her and look at, here's what people would say. She looks like she's a groupie. And this could not even be true. She probably isn't a groupie. You know, she might not be a groupie.
Listen, man, and this ain't no shot at Mika. I'm just being real about what's going on. I got to give you the reality. I ain't going to sell you no fantasy, baby. The reality of it is this. Chicks like Mika get in based on beauty, not based on their own merits and talent. Let's just call it for what it is. Mika has to weaponize her beauty to get a foot in the industry. Let's just call a spade, right? It is what it is. Let's call it right down the middle. Hey, homie.
But that's what it looks like. It looks like she's a clout chaser and she's attaching to whoever has the ability to help her. That's what it looks like. So guys, we think your boy Oshay.
She's a beautiful woman. Most guys will say most of these men do not have a woman who even looks close to that. A lot of these guys, their girlfriends and wives look like Auntie Messy, the potato salad lady. Your woman look like Auntie Messy, the potato salad lady. You wish you could have a woman who was beautiful like Mika, that was shaped like Mika. Overall beauty. Most men don't got a woman who even looks close to that. I'm gonna give a woman props for her beauty, but at the same time, I gotta be real. I gotta be real at the same time. She doesn't have the talent. Does she have the beauty to get in the industry? Absolutely. She clearly she has the beauty to get in the industry, but will she get in the industry based on her own merits and talent? Absolutely not. I gotta call a spade a spade.
Jackson.
Yeah, true story. Anyway, man, I'm just keeping it a buck with you. Mika's beauty is her, listen, homie, when it comes to Mika's beauty, that's her most powerful weapon. Her most powerful weapon is her beauty. It's not her talent. I got to be honest. Make sure that you guys bless. Most guys in the comment section, your woman, your wife, and your girlfriend looks like Auntie Messy, the potato salad lady. You can't get a woman that even looks close to Mika. The majority of men, and I'm not saying that to put men down. I'm just being honest. If I'm gonna be honest with Mika, I got to be honest with the brothers. You know. You had a guy in the comment section trying to say Mika was a 6. I said, dude, your woman looked like Mika. Listen, he said Mika was a 6. I said, nah, she's way better than that. You know what I mean? He said Mika was a 6. I said, man, your woman look like Auntie Messi, the potato salad lady. That's what your woman look like. You would give up listen, dude, this dude would give up his whole life savings to have a woman beautiful like Mika. His woman looks like Auntie Messi, the potato salad lady. That's how his woman looks. That's what he's really working with at home, man. Your woman looks like Auntie Messi, the potato salad lady. That's what you working with at home, dog. You can't take Auntie Messi to the beach. Like she gonna come out with a 2-piece looking sexy for you. Oh no, man, that ain't gonna oh no, man, that ain't gonna happen. Your woman looks like Auntie Messi, the potato salad lady. That's what you working with. I'm just being honest. Hey man, shout out to T Fam for the Cash App, man. Shout out to G Cash for the Cash App, right? Shout out to Stevenson for the Cash App, right? Hey man, shout out to my man Gregory for the Cash App. We should have got more people to bless the Cash App for today's show, but I'm thankful. I'm still grateful for the amount of support that we still get. And oh yeah, blessings to everybody who sent the super chat. We could have got more, but hey, I appreciate it, and I appreciate all the love and support that we get over here on King Supreme. You dig what I'm saying? Yeah, he tried to say that Mika was a man. Mika, you know damn well Mika ain't no 6. Mika is an 8 or a 9. See, listen, homie, I talk about, 7, 8s, and 9s because there's no such thing as a 9. Women, none of these bras are perfect. That's why you never hear me talking about dimes. You've been here. Listen, you heard me say this for a long time. 7, 8s, and 9s because there's no such thing as a dime. None of these bras are perfect. They got weave, they got makeup, they got accessories to enhance their beauty. 7, 8s, and 9s because there's no such thing as a dime. That's game delivered by Red Supreme. And if you hear anybody say that, just know they got it from King Supreme and they are copying. They're stealing my talking points without giving me props. Yeah, straight up and down. 7, 8s, and 9s, there's no such thing as a dime. None of these bras are perfect. None of them. I don't care how beautiful they are not perfect. See, when you call a woman a dime, you're saying that she's perfect, and no woman is close to being perfect. When you call a woman a dime, you're saying that she's perfect. That's why you never hear King Supreme call any woman a dime. I don't do it. 7, 8s, and 9s, there's no such thing as a dime. None of these women are perfect. Please understand that. Soak up the game delivered by King Supreme. Mika is an 8.5, 9. Nice body. She has nice looking hair. She has beauty. She's an 8.5 or a 9. I will give her that. Now, when it comes to talent, she might get a 3. On the beauty scale, she gets an 8.5 or a 9. Now, when it comes to talent, maybe she'll get a 3 or a 4, a 5 at best. Yes. She's a 5 at best when it comes to talent. Yes. She excels on the beauty scale. Now, when it comes to overall talent, maybe a 4, maybe a 5 on the talent scale. I just got to keep it real. Anyway, man, it's Player Partner King Supreme. Hit that like button. It ain't nothing. I appreciate you all for showing up. Make sure that you guys subscribe to the channel. And make sure that you guys hype all my videos. Peace to the fam. I got to get up out of here. It's been real. Enjoy the rest of your day.